Oh no! The transphobia in my comment section needs to stop. Yesterday I posted a TikTok responding to this question: what are the red flags you look for in men? And one of them was if he wouldn't date a trans woman. Red flag. And my comment section? You get the idea. I can't put them all because there's too many. Let me break this down. Trans women are women. So if you're heterosexual and you're a man and you said you wouldn't date a trans woman because it's a preference, that's just transphobia, period. The majority of the time, our preferences are rooted in something problematic. It could be trauma, racism, transphobia, the list goes on. If you want to find out what your problematic preferences are, click the link in my bio and watch this video. I am now going to take you all through an example. This person asked why it's transphobic to not want to date a trans woman. Already starting off on the wrong foot by referring to cis women as regular women, then said something about trans women not being able to carry children. If that's your sole reason for dating someone, keep that same energy for all the women who are infertile.
First of all, we are discussing this still in 2022. I thought we were done with this conversation when Riley brought it up like in 2016. She said that it's problematic if you use the word regular women. Do you know the definition of regular is normal, is the generalization. Most biological women are the regular women. They are the generalization. They are the norm. So the language was correct. And I want to make this very clear to anyone who is confused about this. I'm actually going to use the word discriminate here. You are allowed to be discriminatory. You are allowed to have all the bias in the world when it comes to your dating preferences, because we love to keep going on about consent this, consent that. But for some reason, trans women or anyone, fat women, ugly women, short women, infertile women, think that someone else is owed your time. No one's owed your body, no one's owed your time, no one's owed your love, no one's owed your emotional space, no one's owed your mental capacity, no one's owed your sex, no one's owed anything of you. So I'm allowed to say no to anyone. Being wanted, being sexually and romantically desired is not a human right. That is not a human right. Is it something that we all desire? Mostly, yes, unless you're like asexual or aromantic or something like that, but it's not a human right. And I think this is what needs to seep into their head. It's the same thing when people say that if you don't date a fat person, you're fat phobic. If for a fat person, if someone doesn't want to date you, that's not your right to have that. You don't just get to have it. You know what I mean? I just have to say this is what education, this is what the university and education system is teaching your children. So if you're not being an active parent, know that they're dumbing down your child. She looks about college age. There are university students graduating with masters who think trans women are actually women. They're not. They are trans women. First of all, what is this like? I think it's transphobic to be so terrified of being labeled for who you are. That is who you are. Why don't you embrace who you are? Just embrace being a trans woman. There's nothing wrong with being trans. There's nothing wrong with being a trans woman. There's nothing wrong with being a trans man. It's almost like they're terrified of who they are. I feel like you have the self-hatred. You have the phobic when you are literally scared of someone speaking out of their mouth of who you are. You transitioned. You are a trans woman. Love that. Embrace that. Stop trying to spend your whole fucking life pretending you're something you're not. That is detrimental to your emotional and mental space. And trying to get everybody else on the planet to bend over backwards to agree with you is not going to work either. And it's one of the most laughable things to say that a red flag for a man, a heterosexual man, is if they don't want to have sex with someone with the same genitalia. That's your red flag? Girl, please. Let me repeat this just in case you lost it. You are allowed to discriminate against anyone. No one is allowed you. Know your space, your body, your time, your emotional state, your nothing, your love, nothing. No one's owed that to you. You're allowed to discriminate. And if it's problematic, who gives a crap? Who cares? Life is too short to try to analyze every single reason why you make a decision. Love who you love, desire who you desire, want who you want. It's called consent. If I do not consent to being with a trans person, whether it's problematic or not, that is literally my personal decision and has nothing to do with you. Anyway, that's it, guys. Sorry about the noise in the background. I'm still not at my final destination. I'm gonna probably do some no face videos. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna record. I'm gonna keep trying to record, but like the transit thing not being settled is really like messing up my vibe. But I'm gonna keep trying to push out videos and just bear with me. But anyway, tell me guys, what do you think of this whole, like, if you date, like, this whole thing is so idiocracy. Like, it's sad that we're even having this conversation. Luckily, this is just the, like, loud minority who feels this way. Most of the people on the planet do not. Whether they will try to point out some obscure tribe in the Amazon or something like that. Most people are not going to fault you for not, if you're heterosexual, for not wanting to date someone. And the thing is, even if someone's infertile, if someone doesn't want to date you or marry you or settle down with you because you're infertile, that's still their right to do that. And you can say they're infertile bias. Still their fucking right to do that, to discriminate against anybody and everybody for whatever reason you want. You're allowed to discriminate against them. When it comes to your dating or your romantic and sexual preferences, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This noise is distracting. I'm gonna go.